So I don't know if you can tell or not, but I got a new camera and it's really exciting, but I have no idea how to work it. I should probably figure it out because it's a pretty expensive camera. But if the autofocus or the lighting or anything is weird, just bear with me because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing yet. But I needed to get something out, especially because I told this girl that I was going to make this video like the week that she made a comment, and it's been 2 months now. So it's actually about, well, if you guys read the title, you already know what it's about. But I had a comment, I don't remember the girl's name, but I'll probably link it below or something like that. She asked me to make a video for new parents on what I would suggest when they're adopting a child. Well, I kind of went back and forth. I was like, should I make the video? Should I not? Because I'm not a parent, but obviously I have been adopted, so I figured it is still appropriate for me to make the video, try to give some helpful tips. The video won't be too extensive because my memory sucks. I don't remember too much about the whole adoption process and all my feelings and stuff, but I'll try to give you guys a general idea, and hopefully this is really, really helpful to any of you parents out there who are thinking about adopting or anything along those lines, especially if it is an older kid. So I wrote down some things because I'm kind of forgetful, like I just said. My first tip is to find out as much as you can about the child, as much as you can. If you're going through a social worker, which I'm sure you would be doing, especially if you are adopting an older child, make sure that you can get as much information as you can, because sometimes that stuff is crucial to figuring out why your child is the way they are. You know, so many things if they're in the foster care system, or if they are coming to you because they had a bad situation in the place they were before, so many things that could have happened to them is going to have deep-rooted effects on them. And so if you figure out those things, it's something you can kind of try to work with them on before you're just like, you know, trying to figure out like, why is my kid like this? Because I mean, there's so many issues can be created by, you know, emotional abuse, physical abuse, and sexual abuse. And like, obviously I would not wish that upon any child, or wish that situation upon a parent who is taking care of a child, but those are things that happen, and those are the kind of kids that are going to come to you, especially if you're getting an older kid from foster care. My second advice is don't push them too hard into things. Feel them out, find out what their barriers are and stuff like that. Don't especially things like religion and maybe like huge family events, don't be like, okay, well, they're coming along for the ride now. You don't know what your child has been through. I can tell you it was like a roller coaster ride for me, going from family to family, all with different, most of them were like the same religions, but I was always going to different churches, and you know, there's different like tweaks and stuff like that to what they believed in, and I don't know, it really messed me up. And now to this day, you know, with my adopted family, I grew up with them since I was 11, and I went through all my sacraments as a Catholic and stuff like that. But now that I'm older, I'm really questioning things because I had too many experiences before that where I'm like, how can I possibly believe in just one thing when I have lived with so many people who believed different things? You know, it's really weird. So that's something to definitely take into consideration, and not just religion, anything that could be just, you know, different for a child. And I can't really think of any other good examples besides religion. My third is kind of like the second one, but please, like, let them come around to things, especially things like calling you mom and dad. If they don't do it right off the bat, don't be like, oh my God, do they like me or something like that. But let me tell you, it was so awkward for me, especially, again, going through more than one family. And I hope that the kid that you get had not had to gone through that. But let me tell you, it was very weird to just one day you're like, is it time? Should I call my mom and dad? Like, it's really an awkward barrier to get past, and just take that into consideration before you're like, just be like, oh my God, they don't like me or something like that. And don't overthink it too much. You know, they are going to do so many things on their own time, and it's all going to be a learning experience for them just as much as it's a learning experience for you. My fourth is, because I'm making this video, I think the part of the comment was, the lady said something about like how they don't have a lot. I mean, I don't think she meant that they were poor or anything, but they're not like a rich family who is going to be able to give their child this extravagant life. But don't worry about that, because I can tell you better than anyone can that a kid who is going through foster care or who is in the process of getting adopted, their last thing on their mind is the extravagant life they're gonna live. You know, most of them just want love. They just want to feel accepted, wanted, and to be a part of something, because it's so hard being a child. And you know, I don't know, I can't even describe what it feels like. Just see people around you who, you know, like naturally have a family and have people that they grew up with and grew up around, and like when you're the person who has to search for it, and you sit there and wonder why and stuff like that. So the best thing you can give them is just love and attention. Just be attentive to their needs. You don't have to hover over them and be overprotective, but just pay attention to, you know, the little things they do. Make sure if they have gone through something that you can get them therapy. If you can't get them therapy, just be there for them as much as you can. You know, get them a few toys, but don't go out of your way to try to buy them everything that they could possibly desire. I know growing up, I had this one blanket I loved. I took it everywhere with me. I love that blanket. And then the next thing it was, I think it was a Build-A-Bear, and I love that Build-A-Bear. It's just, you know, little things that I loved so much, and I didn't have to have everything in the world. Just one thing to kind of rely on, and that was enough for me, and I'm sure it's going to be enough for any kid that you are going to have. And they might already bring something with them that is important to them, but if not, that is something you should do. You know, make it a fun little thing when you first get them to go to the store. Maybe pick out some new clothes for them, or pick out a toy or something like that, because that's another big thing, is having something that is yours. Because I know I didn't have a lot of things that were just mine, and so it was really important to me when I did have something. But I honestly just think that love is the best thing that you can give a kid. Material things are so, you know, they come into play later in your life. You know, kids love toys, but like, kids don't really worry about the materialistic things until they are older. And if you are getting like a teenager or something like that, again, they probably have gone through some stuff, and I don't think that they're going to really demand for you to give them an extravagant lifestyle either, because most of the time it's just more important to, you know, figure things out first. Figure out people and family members and stuff like that, because it's all going to be a crazy like roller coaster ride. But in the end, I hope that it is worth it for anyone out there who might be watching this video and is adopting a kid. And I mean, I can't speak for my parents, but I would say that they would say it was worth it. You know, all 9 of us that they've adopted. And I can tell you every day that like my parents have saved my life, and it was never about like the materialistic things that they gave me, and it was more about them really taking the time to care about me. And I can't tell you, like, it was so much work, but you know, in the end, it's all gonna be worth it. So I really do hope that this video was very helpful to you guys, and I hope I didn't like rumble on and on, but I think I gave you my best tips that I could. And to all you parents out there, good luck on your journey. And to all you kids out there who may have been adopted, please share your stories or anything like that with me down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.